Hello and God bless. Man, I know I really haven't, I know I was going to be streaming today. I'm sorry the giveaway didn't happen the way I wanted to. I'm going to try to redo it again next weekend, but I am making a video because, not because the giveaway didn't happen, but because I want to talk about something. This is something I've been wanting to talk about for a while, and I'm surprised I've never gotten around to talking about it. And it's around one of my favorite companies. And as you see by the title of the video, it's about Bandai Namco. Bandai Namco this year has had an amazing year for Japanese video games, especially Japanese video games that are anime oriented, that originated from some form of anime. And even those that didn't originate from some form of anime, but just have a very anime-ish vibe, like the Tales of series, have been amazing this year. This year has been an amazing year for Bandai Namco. And right now, it's the best time to be a Japanese anime video game fan of Bandai Namco. I mean, literally, I was on my Facebook, and I can show you right now what I was looking at on my Facebook. Literally, right now, Bandai Namco is talking about how My Little Witch Academia is coming out next year in early 2018, which looks amazing on PS4 and Steam. And then right down here, you got them talking about the 7 Deadly Sins video game coming out in March of 2018. Literally, Bandai Namco right now has some heavy-hitting Japanese anime-centric video games. So honestly, this is the best time ever to be a fan of Bandai Namco. This honestly reminds me a lot of the PS2 era with Bandai Namco. This is a lot what they did during the PS2 era. Unfortunately, the PS3 era wasn't a lot like this. But in the PS2 era, there was a lot of Japanese-centric anime video games. Some were not so great. Others were phenomenal. You had the Dot Hack series. You had a bunch of Gundam video games. You had the Naruto series, the Ultimate Ninja Naruto series, which is still going on. But you had a ton. You had the Ultimate Ninja series started with on the PS2. You had the Ultimate Ninja series. You had what else did you have from Bandai Namco? You had so many good anime-centric video games from Bandai Namco. You had Xenosagas. You had freaking what else did you have on the PS? What else did you have on the you had Eureka 7, the two Eureka 7 video games on the PlayStation 2. It was literally like, and a lot of these games were in fact localized, unlike during the PS3 era where a lot of them stayed exclusively to Japan. We're seeing a lot of that treatment during the PS2 era happening during the PS4, which makes me excited. I mean, especially with those two were heavily Netflix-centric animes. They were something that were promoted through Netflix as a Netflix-only anime. Both 7 Deadly Sins and My Little Witch Academia. And I haven't watched My Little Witch. I've watched a little bit of 7 Deadly Sins and liked it. Never finished it. Want to finish it, but I don't have Netflix right now. But I might re-get it just to watch that. But My Little Witch Academia, I've heard good things about it. And to know that freaking Bandai Namco picked up 2 Netflix-centric animes into video games is just amazing. And Bandai Namco, and like I said, this year's been an amazing year for Bandai Namco. Like I said, during the beginning of the year, we had Tales of Berseria come out, which I'm currently still playing through. We had Tales of Berseria come out. We had we had Tekken 7, Tekken 7 is very Japanese centric. We had Tekken 7 come out in freaking June. We had what other anime centric video games do we have come out this year from Bandai Namco? We had the Naruto Boruto stuff come out this year from Bandai Namco. We had Xenoverse 2 come out from Bandai Namco for the Switch just yesterday, which I picked up. It's phenomenal. It's really great. we had that come out, and of course we already knew Xenoverse was great to begin with. We have Gundam Versus coming out Friday, which I have reserved on Amazon, which I am picking up. I mean, and on top of that, we had Dot Hack GU announced for remaster this year, and it's coming out in just about another month. Just about another month, we're getting Dot Hack GU Last Recode with an extra volume 4. Bandai Namco, I hate to say it, out of every Japanese anime video game company, they are top dog right now. Yeah, I would say even above Square Enix. They're even above Square Enix. I mean, I love Square Enix, but Bandai Namco has been killing it this year. They have been killing it with so many good Japanese anime-centric video games. It's ridiculous. I mean, literally, Bandai Namco has had heavy hitter after heavy hitter this year. And it's just not going to stop this year. It's going to go into next year. Like I said, with the release of course, My Little Witch Academia coming out in early 2018. Then, shortly after that, the 7 Deadly Sins video game. Damn, Bandai Namco. Damn, and then on top of that, we have the unannounced Tales game for the Switch. Yes, Bandai Namco, I made a video about it months ago. Link in the description box or in the info card, as you'll see up here in the info card. Literally, months ago, Bandai Namco announced a Tales of game is in the works for the Switch. You don't know if it's a port of an existing Tales of game or if it's a whole new game. But if it's a port of an existing Tales of game, especially if it's a port of Berseria, I've been saying it for the longest. I would love to take Berseria with me on the go. In fact, I've been wanting to take my laptop with me on the go to play Berseria, but I can't because my laptop, sometimes it can handle Berseria, sometimes it can't. In fact, even sometimes my desktop can handle Berseria, and sometimes it can't. In fact, I think it's just Berseria thinking on its own whether it wants to work or not today. I mean, honestly, Berseria on my PC, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it works at 1080p, 60 frames per second. Other times, it works at 4K, 30 frames. It just depends on how Berseria is feeling. But honestly, I would love to play Berseria on my Switch. I mean, if they brought Berseria to the Switch in early 2018, I wouldn't complain. I really wouldn't complain. Because, man, having Berseria on the go, it's good to me. I mean, literally, and not even say if it's not even Berseria, having maybe even Symphonia HD on the Switch on the go would be good to me. Symphonia HD, or maybe even say Exilia or Xillia 2, or any of those other previous Tales of games on the Switch. It doesn't have to be something new. Just give me one of the older ones on the Switch on the go. And I will love you, Bandai Namco. I will love you guys. Literally, Bandai Namco is hitting it hard right now. They're hitting it hard with so many good Japanese-centric video games. I mean, I would have never thought Bandai... On top of that, you have Dragon Ball Fighter Z, which had a closed beta, which I really wish I would have got to play. But you have Dragon Ball Fighter Z, which is another Bandai Namco. Yet, yes, it's not being developed by them, but I'm talking about most of the games. These aren't most of the games developed by them. These are most of the games published by them. But still, even though they're published by them, they did have some say-so in the game. So you have Dragon Ball Fighter Z coming out next year in early 2018. Once again, published by Bandai Namco. And then, of course, later on, then of course, next month we have the release of Ni no Kuni 2, the Radiant Kingdom. The Radiant Kingdom. You have Ni no Kuni 2 coming out next month. Another Bandai Namco great JRPG. Literally, Bandai Namco has killed it. They have killed it in 2018. They have shown us why they are the go-to company for all your Japanese anime video game needs. I mean, literally, now is the best time to be a Japanese anime video game fan. I mean, if you like Japanese anime and you want to play some good, I won't even just say JRPGs because not all of them are RPGs. Some of them are other type of games, like maybe As in the case of My Little Witch Academia, that's not really, I will say, an RPG. That's more of a side-scroller beat-em-up. But you have that games, My Little Witch Academia. You have Seven Deadly Sins, which once again doesn't look like an RPG. It looks like a hack and slash. You have that coming out. So I'll say right now is the best time to be a Japanese anime video game fan. That's right, I say Japanese anime video game fan, because this anime is very anime-esque, but in video game form. They're very anime-esque, but in video form. Therefore, either being based off an anime or having anime themes in them while being a video game. And are actually made with very much Japanese mindset in mind. They're made from Japan as a video game, like an anime. So yeah. So see, hence the Tales series. The Tales series has always been very anime-esque. I mean, the Tales series has had its anime tropes since the beginning, hence it being a JRPG, Japanese role-playing game. And then, of course, like I said, you had Tekken, which is very Japanese-esque video game. And then, of course, like I said, you had the Gundam series, which is once again based off the Gundam anime series. And then you have Ni no Kuni, which is once again a JRPG that has very anime vibes to it. Hence, hence the art style being designed by Studio Ghibli, but in video game form. So it's pretty much Ni no Kuni 2 and Ni no Kuni 1 are like playing a Studio. It's like playing a Studio Ghibli movie. It's like playing a Studio Ghibli movie. So you're just watching a Studio Ghibli movie. You're actually playing it in video game form, which I would have never thought in a million years I'll be playing a Studio Ghibli movie in video game form. I would have never thought that would translate well to video game form. But as Bandai Namco has shown by partnering with Level 5 that it can be done, and getting Studio Ghibli aboard, it was like, wow, this is amazing for a freaking video game. It's Studio Ghibli. It's a Studio Ghibli video game. It's a Studio Ghibli video game. But yes, this year it's the best year to be a Bandai Namco fan. I mean, and like I said, GU coming out, like I said, in November, which is another JRPG, very anime-esque. Yes, it has an anime it ties into, but it's not based off an anime. It's based off its own original idea that ties into an anime. So it's just like, wow, Bandai Namco. Wow, Bandai Namco, you are fucking amazing this year. I mean, Bandai Namco is showing why they are the top dog. And like I said, I know I haven't really talked about Bandai Namco because honestly, I've been kind of just holding back. I won't say avoiding it, but just holding back because I want to see. I wanted to see how the rest of the year plays out for Bandai Namco. And let me tell you, this year has been an amazing year for one of my favorite companies, Bandai Namco. Like honestly, I've been a fan of Bandai Namco since the original PlayStation 2 era. Since the PlayStation 2 era, that was when I got into Bandai Namco games very heavily, especially with the original Tales of Symphonia and stuff like that, and of course Xenosagas, Dot Hack, Naruto Ultimate Ninja series, all that. That was when I got really heavily in the Bandai Namco games. And to know that Bandai Namco is now back in that same prime form they were in during the PS2 era, it's just amazing. And it's such, I wouldn't even say it just extends to with the whole Dot Hack series and other things. We had Digimon games. And then I almost forgot about, we got a Digimon game this year. Almost forgot about the Digimon game we got this year. Digimon World Next Order. We got that earlier this year in January. I was like, wow, Bandai Namco, you bring a Digimon game over to the US? Because they saw how well Digimon Cyber Sleuth did. So they're like, okay, let's bring over Digimon Next Order. I would have never thought in a million years, because we didn't get if you know anything about the PS3 era, we did not get really any Digimon games. Yes, there were some, Digimon games during the PS3 era. We really get any of them outside of Japan. All of a sudden during the PS4, like, oh, all of a sudden during the PS4, like, hey, let's bring over that Digimon game to the PS4. Let's bring over this Digimon game to the PS4. Digimon. I'm like, I was a big Digimon fan as a kid, and I used to play Digimon games as a kid, and this brings me back to my memories playing through all the Digimon games on the PS1 or PS2, especially the PS2 that had a bunch of Digimon games. This reminds me of that era. I'm like, I would have never thought that would happen again. Because I thought it's the same with Gundam. It is the same with freaking Gundam. I would have never thought in a million years Bandai Namco would bring over another Gundam game. Because if you know anything about the Gundam games, we have not really seen a Gundam game. Honestly, since I believe since before Obama's second term, we have not seen a Gundam game in America. We have not seen a Gundam. There have been Gundam games released in Japan, but in America, we have not seen a Gundam game since before the PS4 era started. Since back during the PS3 era, where I believe towards the launch of the PlayStation 3, there may have been 1 or 2 Gundam games released in America before the PS4 era, but I think the last one was honestly during the beginning of the PS3 era. During the beginning of the PS3 era. That was the last time we saw a Gundam game in America. Shocker, right? We're getting... That's the reason I'm so heavily hitting for Gundam Versus. Because I'm like, out of nowhere, Bandai Namco announces, oh, we're bringing over Gundam Versus to America. I was like, wait a minute. What type of parallel dimension did we walk into where Bandai Namco said they're bringing over a Gundam game to America, which is a series that they had given up hope on selling in America, hope on selling in the West. They given up hope. That was no reason they didn't release that many Gundam games during the PS3 era outside of Japan. And especially with it being a Gundam Versus game, those games have been highly Japanese-only games. Look at the Gundam Extreme Versus series. Which I have the Japanese version of the original Gundam Extreme Versus, but Gundam Extreme Versus Full Boost, and which were both PS3 games. And then you have Gundam Extreme Versus Maxi Boost, which is a Japanese arcade-only game, and I believe they had a PS Vita version of Gundam Versus. They were all only in Japan. All only in Japan. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, Bandai was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna bring Gundam. We're gonna bring the new Gundam Versus for the PS4." Over to America. I'm like, Bandai Namco, damn you guys, on the ball with bringing some shit over to America that I would have only thought would have happened during the PS2 era. I mean, literally, if you were a fan, if you grew up in my era of gaming with Japanese video games during the PS2 era, you would know that this is a lot like that era. This is a lot like that era reborn. I mean, literally, the PS2 era, we had a ton of Japanese-centric video games. A ton of them. Some of them I will admit were bad, but some were actually good. And to know that this is happening again, and like I said, Bandai Namco is doing it again, and bringing them all over again, it's like, wow, Bandai Namco is just, oh my god, these guys are on the ball right now. They are on the fucking ball. I mean, I've literally waited for Bandai Namco to finally do this and finally be like, you know what? We can't keep these games to Japan. We got to bring them over to the US. I mean, like I said, we got Digimon this year. We got Gundam Versus. 2 games that really have no market in the West, but sold well and shocked Bandai Namco. To make them want to bring over future games because they realized there was fans of these games. Yes, it didn't sell as well as, say, the Call of Duties or stuff like that, but that's because, unfortunately, I hate to say anime, yes, it's going mainstream, but it's still, at least especially in the video game community in the West, Japanese-centric video games are still very niche. They're still very niche. Because I hate to say it, a lot of Western audience, I hate to say it, are big fucking... I'll work with a bunch of fucking idiots that are like, Call of Duty this, Call of Duty that, Call of Duty this, Call of Duty that. Which we wonder why Japan makes so much fucking fun of us for liking Call of Duty, because they think we're a bunch of fucking Call of Duty Destiny idiots. They're like, Call of Duty, Destiny, Call of Duty, Destiny, Call of Duty, Destiny. It's like, Are you guys fucking Call of Duty and Destiny idiots in the West? Oh, unfortunately, that's what a lot of gamers are in the West. They're fucking Call of Duty Destiny idiots. But if you're a fan of Japanese anime video games that have good stories and stuff like that, this is the best time to be one of those. Especially, I want to say with PS4, but also with, of course, PC. With PC, right here, my gaming PC, if I can get a thing of it. The gaming PC I have right there. That thing right there is the best time. It's the best time. It's the best time to be a fan of that. I mean literally right now we are getting so many right now we are getting so many Japanese centric, like I said, video games. It is ridiculous. It is honestly ridiculous what I'm seeing right now. Like I said, not just on, like I said, PlayStation 4, the PC, as I just showed you. On PC, we're actually getting a lot of these JRPGs, which I would have never thought as a kid. If you were to ask me as a kid if these JRPGs would come to PC, I would tell you no. I would tell you no. But honestly, as an adult, as somebody living in this era, it's a lot like the PS2 era, but just not with the PlayStation, brand, but with PC as well. Where you can get a lot of those same Japanese anime video games, especially a lot from Bandai Namco, as shown with My Little Witch Academia coming out both the PC via Steam and PlayStation 4. Seven Deadly Sins right now, it's a PlayStation 4 exclusive, but still, with all these games coming out both the PC and PS4, it's amazing. I would have never thought GU of all games would come both to PC and PS4. I mean, the fact that I saw that announced for both PC and PlayStation 4 shocked the hell out of me. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Did it say PC and PS4? Damn, that's a shocker. So it's like, yeah, I mean, Bandai Namco is killing it. They have been killing it ever since last year. Bandai Namco has been killing it. And not only that, not only that, we have even more Japanese-centric video games coming out. Like I said, next year. We have those two. Then, of course, I also forgot to mention one last game, Code Vein. We have Code Vein coming out next year as well. From the same developers at Bandai Namco that they worked with, that made the God Eater series and the Dark Souls series. So two people that made both God Eater and Dark Souls, once again partnering with Bandai Namco to bring us Code Vein. Bandai Namco is fucking killing it. They are gonna fucking kill it. I mean, this is literally the golden era of Bandai Namco. I mean, I'm saying it now. Bandai Namco is back in their golden era. They are back in their prime golden era they were in during the PS2 era. So yeah, I just wanted to make that video to talk about how excited I am for Bandai Namco to finally be back in their prime form. This has been something I've been meaning to talk about for a while. I mean, I just love Bandai Namco. I mean, literally, like half my JRPGs are probably Bandai Namco related. I got so many Tales of games. I got Project Cross Zone. I got freaking God Eater. It's literally Xenosagas from the PS2. Literally, a lot of my JRPGs, I have Xenoverse 2 on the Switch and PC. I have Naruto Ultimate Storm series on PC. Literally, my games are very Bandai Namco. Are very Bandai Namco-ish. So, yeah, I mean, Bandai Namco is killing it. They are killing it. And I'm only looking forward to what next year holds for one of my favorite companies, Bandai Namco, and what they can do. So yeah, this has been UncleShal saying God bless, take care. Tell me guys what was your favorite Bandai Namco game that came out this year or is about to come out. I know a lot of you guys are, of course, Die Hack fans, so a lot of you guys want to say Die Hack, but besides Die Hack, what is your other favorite Bandai Namco game that either has come out this year or last year, or it's about to come out this year besides Die Hack, that you're looking forward to? Alright, until next video guys, this is UncleShal saying God bless, take care, and I hope to catch you guys in my next video. Peace out and catch you guys later.